We run. We always run. And I'm sick of it. But I want to live. So we run. The tunnel is cluttered. Boxes, barrels, chains block my way. It's hard to not slip on bone or gore, but I do well enough. I trample over the dead, but they won't care. Star's shadow is close, and she keeps up. Her breaths are sharp. Her broken rib must hurt, but she fights on. There's nothing I can do, so I keep running. The ladder is close, Star shouts from behind me. Look for the crack in the wall. There are so many cracks, I think. So many alcoves. I'm unsure if I'll miss it. But I keep going. The groans continue to ring through the tunnel, so I must keep going. I hope I don't miss it. Left, she says, and I slip into a narrow side passage. It's tight against my chest, and the stone is hot, but it doesn't burn. It's difficult to move in places, so I hold my breath to compact my chest. It helps, but it only allows for shallow breathing, so I won't be able to keep it up for long. The passage gets more narrow, and the bone piles choke our progress, leaving only enough room to crawl. I shove myself forward, my belly scraping the rib cages of countless dead beneath me. Every inch the mound gets higher, the space gets more narrow, and breathing becomes almost impossible. I stop, trying to take what air I can. I don't see the end, and don't know how long I can go on one breath. Faster, she yells, putting her hands on me, shoving me forward. But it doesn't help. I wheeze. I'm going to get stuck. I can barely breathe. I dig through the bones, tossing them from behind me. Dig, I shout to Star. Dig. I can hear her clawing at the mound. Then she stops. What's wrong, I ask, but there's only silence. She doesn't say anything, and I can't turn to see what's wrong, so I'm forced to wait. And it sucks. Why does she never answer me? It's coming, she whispers. I see. Hair. I let out all the air I have left in my lungs and push forward, but it's no use. I can't squeeze through, and I can't go back. I can only dig through the dead. She shoves me much harder, and my face rams into the bones. I'm stuck. I want to yell, but I can't speak, so I only kick and thrash at the pile. My fingers rip raw from raking the bones, but I can't stop. Splinters jam into my nails, and the pain is horrible, but I can't breathe, so I can't scream, and that makes it worse. But I don't stop. The hole opens up enough for me to stick my arm through, and with a final shove from Star, I tumble over the mound and into a small chamber. There's no time to rest, and I pull her through the opening. The room is small with a single ladder leading up a shaft. While corroded, it should hold my weight, but there's no way to know. She is already climbing, so I take a rung and follow. The further I go, the more the ladder groans. The bolts rattle, and even one comes loose and falls. It drops below me into the darkness, but I don't hear it. I should have, but the soft silence concerns me. There is a moan. Hair slides into view. Long, stringy black hair. It crawls across the walls, pooling into clumps, rising upward, grabbing hold of the ladder. It's fast. Very fast. Fuck, I yell, pushing Star forward. My hand never leaves her bottom, boosting her up all the way, with the sounds of writhing hair never ceasing behind me. We reach the top into another tunnel. Collapsed rock blocks one end, but the other leads to a large grate with shafts of red light streaming in. We found the outside. Running towards the iron bars, we grip the cell like iron and pull. Hell is out there. The dull red sky and endless hot sands. The stink of sulfur and black hills. It's all out there, but the grate won't move. It's too heavy. Coils of hair begin to spill over the edge of the shaft and slide over the ground. Harder, I say, yanking on the bars. I beat on the metal, and she begins to shout for help. The hair forms into some sort of head, and within the thick, greasy mat, a bulbous orange eye peers out. Thin black arms slip between the hair, and the creature crawls towards us. I join Star in the yelling, but it seems pointless. Who would help us in hell? Who is even out there to hear? I beat on the metal harder, till my hands throb red with pain, but nothing shakes loose. Nothing moves, and with the creature closing in, there isn't even anywhere to run. I throw the lantern at the tangled hair, hoping the grease will ignite, but nothing happens. Unslinging my rifle, I raise it like a club, and prepare to die. "Help them," a grunty voice says from behind. A large man, followed by several others, rush towards the bars. They don't have much. Patched clothing, no real weapons, but they are human, and that's good enough. "Grab the bars," the man says, and everyone takes hold. The man gives the command to pull, and we all do our part. The grate moves, but not by much. We try again, and it's enough for the woman to slip through. I follow, squeezing through with the sounds of hair chasing behind. Hair slips out behind me, but I roll out of the way into a ditch. It grabs hold of someone else's leg, a man with a vest and mask. More strands shoot out and pierce his flesh, weaving through his body like a sewing needle and thread. It lashes him against the grate, and he begins to scream. We try to break the grip, but it's no use. The hair cuts our hands like razors, and the creature pulls him in closer with a sickening crunch of bone. Guts and blood erupt from his crumpled form as he's pulled through the bars, and he's consumed by a greasy mat of black. There's nothing more we can do than run. Running is the only way to be sure. The ground is rocky, strewn with corpses, but we run all the same. We follow a slope that leads to some ruins. It's mostly broken walls and old stacks, but there is enough to hide. We group up in a chamber that seems like so many before. Broken, depressing, and it makes seeing the dead feel normal. We all catch our breath around a clump of bloodied body bags. It doesn't help that they smell. Rot drippings pooling around the pile. Star holds her side again, but seems to shrug it off quickly. I begin to admire her strength. She is a fighter. "Is this really the scavenger we heard?" the man says to Star. "This guy?" "Yes," says Star. "Just a scav. No bullets. He had nothing worthwhile." "Fuck," the other woman says, pacing. Yelling a few more times, she kicks some rocks. It could be bones, but I'm too far to tell, or care. "Jim died for an empty rifle," the man says. "Was that your only bullet?" he asks me. "Yes," I say. "What a waste," the man responds. "This was all a waste." "And that shot attracted every demon for miles," the woman says. She then points at me with her stick. "What's wrong with you? Are you stupid? Did you want to kill us?" "Fuck you," I reply. "I've done nothing but listen to shit since I ran into you people. I didn't ask you to come for me. I didn't ask any of you. I would have been fine on my own." "You didn't seem fine trapped behind that gate," the man says. "Or did you forget Jim's dead because of you?" "He's dead because you're pricks," I say. I unsling my rifle and toss it at the man's feet. "You wanted this, right? This is what you risked your lives for? Take it. Your man is dead, so you could have it." So here it is. Fuck you, the man says and get closer. I ball my fists, ready to fight. Star gets in the middle, hands pressed against our chests. Stop it. Both of you, she says. Jim's dead, and you're right. It sucks. But there's nothing we can do. More demons are coming. Lots of them. And they don't give a shit who made the noise. They will kill us all anyways. Unless you both want to join Jim, end this now, and work together. Only thunder rumbles as a reply. No one says a word. No one makes a move. The reality is, Star is right. About death or working together, we just haven't quite figured it out yet. The wind blows hot sand through the cracks in the wall and carries the scent of sulfur, and with it, the sounds of snarling. Lots of demons are coming. They are closing in, the woman says, peering through the cracks. 100, maybe more. Damn it, we are trapped, and it's only a matter of time before they get here. Maybe that's what we want, I say. I begin to form a plan in my head. I'm not sure on the details, but it's starting to make sense. You want us to die, the woman says? We can't fight 100 demons. This is bullshit insane. Are we really listening to this guy? Star steps in front of me. Yeah, we are, she says. What do you have in mind, Scav? What if we can kill them, I say, without fighting? Wipe all them fuckers out in one go. I'd say you are batshit insane, the man says. We don't even have weapons. We won't need them, I respond. And I think I know how.